HarperCollins presents Sanctuary, Ways of Telling, Ways of Dwelling, written and read by Marina Warner. A note to the listener. For notes and the selected bibliography, please consult the accompanying PDF. For Valentina, Dean, Clelia, and Alpha. In hope, with love. This is also the aim of my explorations. Examining the traces of happiness still to be glimpsed, I gauge its short supply. If you want to know how much darkness there is around you, you must sharpen your eyes, peering at the faint lights in the distance. Italo Calvino. What hope is there of a purely secular grace? Denise Riley. Introduction. Quo me cumque rapid tempestas, defero hospes. Wherever the storm drives me, I am carried as a guest. Horace. On Saturday mornings in London in the 1950s, a neighbour's daughter would come round to take me to the flicks. It was exciting to be allowed to go out with this stranger, who seemed almost grown up. She was 15, I think. It was a first taste of independence. We saw newsreels mostly, but one of the features opened with an unforgettable scene. A young man in doublet and hose, his face a mask of terror, was being chased. With the hue and cry hard upon him, he seized hold of the knocker on a cathedral door and cried, "Sanctuary!" The door opened a crack, and he slipped inside. He was safe now. This was a holy place where a fugitive would find welcome and hospitality. A sanctuary. This exciting sequence does not quite record the medieval facts. Our hero may have been about to join Robin Hood's merry men in the green wood, but it caught the spirit of the ancient right to sanctuary, which radiates outwards from the most sacred spot inside a church, the site of the high altar, to reach the portal, where hangs a knocker that hinges between one regime and the other and envelops the suppliant in a protective halo. Sanctuary can be found in a temple or a chapel, a glade or a grove, a temenos or place apart, somewhere that is hallowed, sacred. But as in sanction, a word from the same root, which can mean both to approve and to forbid, sanctuary implies something to be treated with profound respect, not trifled with or defiled, in other words, haram. In Islam, or taboo, itself a concept borrowed from encounters with non-European societies. In a most suggestive play on words, the geographer Marcus Dole contrasts hollowed ground and hallowed ground. Hollowed ground has been drained of meaning by violence and history's erasures. Hallowed ground is filled with meaning that has been infused by tradition, ritual, tales, legends, and agreed memories. The idea of sanctuary has become synonymous in legal circumstances with asylum, a word which combines the Greek root sil, from a verb meaning to seize or plunder, with the privative prefix a, modifying it to mean not to be seized. A sanctuary thus spans the idea of a refuge, a shelter, a retreat, even a lair, an inner sanctum, a precinct, a stronghold, a place of safety from harm, and a space reserved. Asylum, as in a mental hospital. It is an other place, a heterotopia. A convent of enclosed nuns is a sanctuary, for the community, to which very few are allowed admittance, yet so is a public park, one of the vital urban spaces still free and open to all. As the sculptor Anthony Gormley rather grimly expressed the paradox, is a refuge a prison? Is a sanctuary a cell? The concept of sanctuary that I am attempting to propose in this book emphatically does not stand outside society, but stands inside it. It may embody certain principles that differ from mainstream values, but it aims at inclusion and belonging, sees perils of exclusion in the separatist tendencies of identity politics, and hopes instead to enclose a safe place through mixing and mingling, not dividing, segregating, and isolating. To achieve this ideal, it matters very much how such a place is perceived, how its story is told, shapes the significance, the experience, and the function.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?